For all tuning in, yo, I represent Philly Cam, distinguishment of my voice is obvious who I am. James Hatcher, the host that give you food for thought, deliver you the message like the money out the vault. Worthy discussion, live performance with special guests, collaborate, communities for being we invest. WPPM, don't forget the LP, 106.5 FM, also broadcast TV, Comcast Affinity, channel 66 and 966, got you all up in the mix. And if you don't got that, just switch to Verizon, Fios 29 and 30, that'll get you vibing. Roku, Apple TV, even on demand, Direct TV joining us, it's the perfect plan. And if you don't got cable TV, justify the means, go to phillycam.org live stream. Welcome all attendees to an episode of the televised FM radio special titled Food for Thought, in which synergistic individuals connect innovative, artistic, as well as selective ideas to share for the beneficial motivation towards the growth and the development of communities abroad in various forms of media. So, in this episode of the televised FM radio special titled Food for Thought, the theme of the conversational topic is recognizing a unique distinction of what seems to be common. If one is to recognize a unique distinction of what seems to be common, one may have to direct attention to the initiator of who or what presents the familiar, whether it's a multitude, creation of a certain item, object, merchandise, environmental setting, or an activity conducted. There is an underlying routine on making what is established possible. And that is the food for thought of this episode. Joining me in this presentation is a composer that can make music of high vibrational capacity, well enough to compel the listeners to go beyond a world where a lot of things seem repetitive. So without any further anticipation, I invite this special guest to introduce himself.
Thank you, James. My name is Yares. I'm a singer-songwriter based here in Philadelphia. Also a teaching artist, and I help run Build a Bridge International, a trauma-informed arts and education nonprofit that helps trauma-affected youth in their communities. And so I'm here in a couple different capacities, but my music is really an outgrowth of my life and everything I do in it. So I had to mention those things in my intro.
Hey, well, you know, it's an honor to definitely have you here and to make this experience more memorable. Okay, so I have a few questions and inquiries I would like to, extend to you and everything like that. So, first off, what category of genre do you consider your music to be in?
So it's definitely in like the Americana folk vibe.
Okay.
And I'll have to say that like in that introduction, the stuff that the things that seem common that aren't common, I think that's also like, it's not really a genre, but it's an idea that I like to invoke. Like,
okay.
I often describe my music as old new music.
Right.
So it kind of harkens back to a time before the arts were commoditized and turned into like for profit. Even though I'm trying to make a living being a musician, I think there's an essence to my music that's collaborative and community based and bringing people together.
Right.
That kind of supersedes the financial fiduciary aspect of what music has become today.
Right. Okay. You're more so into the harmonics of it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there are several individuals that feel their names matches the personification of their character. Do you perceive that the representation of your name has a special connection to your music? If so, what is the significance of your name, and how does that name apply to the presentation of your music and its content?
So I love this question, and I had a love-hate relationship with my full name for a very long time. So my full name's Amichai, okay?
Okay.
It's a Hebrew name that means my people live.
Wow.
And growing up in the States, imagine having that name in the classroom. It wasn't always pronounced correctly. It was usually Amy or something like that, or Ami. Are you French? No, like my parents gave me a Hebrew name, and that's how I grew up.
So
no
it
big deal.
means my people live.
My people live. Yeah.
So who named you that? Both of your parents?
Yeah, both my parents did.
They came up with that decision.
They came up with it. Yeah, it was.
They knew you were special. They knew you had a calling.
I don't know what they thought. I have to ask them about that. I think I'm named after my great grandfather Chaim. That means life in Hebrew.
So your whole background tradition is Hebraic.
It's Jewish, Jewish. And before things were so complicated with Israel, we were a very, very pro-Israel family. Growing up and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Wow, that is deep.
I'll explain more about that later because that's also a complicated topic that I don't want to just leave hanging.
But that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing, a beautiful name. So when it comes to putting words together to create a verse, is there a particular situation or environment you like to enter to emphasize your unique quality and rarity of your individual composition style?
I mean, you're talking about what I'm looking for when I start to write?
Yeah,
that kind of
is there
idea?
a specific environment you like to set that stimulates your thought pattern on like what you like to write about or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, it's something I'm always seeking out, but it's hard to do with like life, and I make excuses for it. But usually, like, if it's dead quiet somewhere and I'm able to put what's happening behind me and what will happen in front of me, and I kind of just be in this mindful moment, then the music starts to come and the words start to come.
Right.
But unfortunately, I seldomly give myself enough time to like really embrace that because it's almost like a meditative experience, right? You get into the space and then like creating like some kind of focus and openness, which kind of work against each other, right? I'm trying to receive.
Right.
I'm also trying to hyper focus on a moment, and so when those things become aligned, I'm able to hear what's coming through me or what I've been able to like suss out from whatever's taking place in the world. And my life at that time.
Like with me, as far as like writing and stuff like that, I can't force myself to be in a particular environment to, say, to write about a certain thing. Because, if I'm in an environment where there's a lot of action, it might be easier to write about certain things. I'll tune out. Or even if I'm at a park or whatever, it might be kind of difficult. I'm like, it's quiet, and everything like that. But it's kind of like my mind is just...
Yeah. I feel that. Actually, it's funny. I think about like how many songs I've begun writing in a car and then leave to not writing them because I'm in a car driving and like I've got like a voice memo recorder, but like the energy in that spontaneity of the moment, like I can't replicate when the car's not moving.
Right.
I need to figure out.
So do you feel like more of like you just playing the melody helps you out more than just being in a specific environment to come up with something to write about?
No, it's all over the place. It's not a chicken or the egg kind of thing. It's sometimes words come, sometimes melody comes, sometimes it's both at the same time. It's like I can't limit myself to a certain expectation if I'm going to write a song. It just has to be there in whatever form.
Right. Okay. So being that music is not seen, only the projection through the performance of it, music is energetically felt. Why do you think that there are some songs in the same genre of music that are more influential to listeners than others?
That's a tough question to answer. I mean, you want to get into like the harmonic resonance stuff. There's philosophers and mystics who talk about like certain like vibrations that reach you quicker than others. Maybe there's some like holy configuration in a song that hits people the right way.
Okay.
Like the Bob Marley lyric, right?
I'm on that same page. I think, with certain genres of music, the lyrical content has to match the harmonics of the melody. Sometimes, like I listen to music, I'm like, I like the melody of it, but it seemed like the lyrics don't match. So that's what I'm just asking you.
Well, you got to figure out, like, you're going to hit it in your cognitive space, like the thinking, like, modern part of your brain, or you're going to hit it in that, like, early whatever,
so
lower brain
how
do you physical.
So how do you make sure that your lyrical content matches like the vibrational frequency of the melody that you're playing?
That's beyond me, man. Like, I get the song out, it's like throwing toilet paper against the wall. Like, sometimes
it's just organic. Some people have it, some people just don't have it, I guess.
If I had that figured out, there might be a star in Philadelphia street for me.
Maybe that's the reason why they gave you your name. Okay, so what kind of lyrical content do you like to write about most? Is it dealing with your personal life experiences and issues, events that frequently take place in society, stories about a certain companionship, or fictional stories that could portray like an imaginary place with created characters and why?
Yeah, I think I'm really attached to places and history and contemporary politics in my song. And then a lot of that, once that's presented, kind of like funnels down into something more personal about my experience that I'm having. And so, yeah, I try to make it universal, but also sometimes subversive and, divisive, depending on your view of my music.
And that's more influential for you to get over to the people.
Yeah, it's just what I've grown accustomed to. It goes back to my name, right? My name, my people's life, right? So I'm trying to sing something that's from the people, for the people, about the people.
Okay. Speaking of, we can get into a song.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So what song would you like to introduce?
So speaking of which, I'm going to show you guys a track called Jerusalem that was filmed at the Northeast Folk Alliance Conference last year in Portland, Maine, excuse me.
Okay.
And features a really incredible accordion player, Alex Cumming, who is just a fabulous accordion player, and we learned it together. And so speaking of that, the song, it's political, but also highly personal about Jerusalem and about the concept of Jerusalem, which, way back means a city of completeness. And in the current political situation, it's definitely not a complete city. And so I wrote this almost 20 years ago, and nothing's changed in terms of that political system. But I sing it almost every concert as kind of like this homage, kind of like this promise that maybe things will change, maybe things will be better. And so that's the personal with the political.
Okay, so so the song Jerusalem is political, but it also has a spiritual background.
Absolutely.
To that. And everything. Wasn't it called like the City of David or something?
Yeah, City of David, Jerusalem. That was also like one version of it and stuff. Yarakut's in Arabic, and there's all sorts of names for it. So there is that element of like, it should be representative of something higher. People talk about in Hebrew at least like Yerushalayim shel mata shel mala. One is the high Jerusalem and the low Jerusalem, right? Like the physical and the spiritual. And we're often striving for the spiritual but stuck in the physical, and the physical is quite a mess right now.
Okay. So does salam, I think, the word salam?
Yeah, it's Arabic for hello and peace and goodbye. Yeah.
Okay, I love it. All right, so we're going to get into the song Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're here with the host James Hatcher for Food for Thought on WPPM 106.5 FM with special guest Ami Yares.
Close enough.
Yares.
Yares.
And we will return.
Peace under you, peace under a million faces staring at you, wondering what to do. The city named for peace stands on the edge of a sword. Too many prophets, poets, and pilgrims have died at your doors, and promises of glory from 1,000 nights of mourning just adds more fire to the story. And the smoke's a little thicker, feel the friction in the waves. We talk about you, oh Jerusalem. Oh Jerusalem, oh Jerusalem, oh Jerusalem, oh Jerusalem, oh Jerusalem, oh Jerusalem, oh Jerusalem. Now the roots have grown deep and the limbs have grown strong, but these branches have been broken and the leaves on the fall. An eye for an eye until you go blind, oh a tooth for a tooth. Until you can't chew, and if that's not enough, oh, there's always more to lose. It's time these losses start to offer a better way to lose. 'Cause this do unto others as you do unto yourself. lost its only leg to stand on a long time ago. Oh, Jerusalem, oh, Jerusalem, oh, Jerusalem, oh, Jerusalem, oh, Jerusalem, oh, Jerusalem, oh, Jerusalem. Whoa, 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 completeness claim, trying to fulfill your name, but you break down and you take down every connection that you make. So you talk about united, but you thoughtlessly divided. You gotta wear down those walls on the inside, and now, and when everyone from Eden finally gets to sharing all these people here been mine, then we'll talk about united now. So show me the God that lets no more tears fall for Jerusalem. Oh, Jerusalem, 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 oh, Jerusalem.
All right, so we're back after the song Jerusalem on 106.5 FM on the televised FM radio special Food for Thought with our special guest. All right, so is there a particular exercise practice that you do that keeps your singing vocal tones in great condition? And if so, anyone that is working on enhancing an ideal singing tone and does not prefer the exercise that you do, what can you recommend them do? That's all.
Well, I'll start off. I'll give a shout out to my voice coach. I started taking voice lessons a little over a year and a half ago, and that's been so great. Sharon Siegel.
Okay, and what is she a part of?
Just we met actually through peace and conflict transformation work when I came back from Israel and Palestine in 2014.
Okay.
And then we talked about voice lessons on and off throughout the years, and I finally took a stab at it a year and a half ago, and have been so grateful for the experience. And
Okay.
being able to, I've never really looked at my voice as an instrument.
Okay.
And now I'm taking care of it as an instrument.
So how did your exercise with her? How did that go about? Like, what kind of techniques did she?
A lot of breathing, a lot of visualization.
Okay.
I think often I wasn't singing using my whole body, and she's helped me kind of like form better muscles to produce sound and not be as forceful and let sound come out more naturally. And I feel less fatigue when I sing now. I have more range, and it sounds clearer and more on pitch. It just feels like it's like I've been practicing, It's like.
So you think that helped to learn more about your body
100%.
and the development? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So do you ever listen to other genres of music to get inspiration from them? And if so, what components or attributes within those songs of those specific genres do you extract in order to formulate ideas and incorporate them into your own musical content?
Well, it goes back to that earlier question about vibrations, and right. So how does this song hit me? How does it feel? Like, how does it feel in my body? And like, if you asked me when I was like 13, 14, listening to like grunge, like that was just total physical,
Grunge?
Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Soundgarden, Metallica. Well, not so much grunge Metallica, but
Okay.
that whole vibe in like the mid 90s and stuff, early 90s. But then like when I started like getting more into words and lyrics and things like that, that was a whole other experience. Like I remember like Astral Weeks by Van Morrison, and Nebraska
Okay.
by Bruce Springsteen, and Out of Range by Ani DeFranco. Like those 3 albums were like knocked me down because of the words and the music, you know?
Right.
So yeah, it's just this idea of like what in that moment appeals to me. You know, there's music I listen to because it's fast and heavy and hard. There's music I listen to because it's like lyrically moving, you know,
Okay.
and sometimes a combination of both. And the stuff that really hits is the stuff that gets me on both those levels.
So basically, what you're saying is like the melody, it kind of affects the way that a person or a music artist would write.
Yeah, yeah. It's just a feeling, you know, like melody does a lot to my body, you know, and then there's the extra level of like, oh, I really like these words. Because there's definitely times where I've been like, that's a great melody to a song. I love it. And then I find out what it's about and I'm like,
Right.
you know, like,
Just to have the understanding of how like the melody and the music really actually affects the mood of the body in general, and the mind state is very important, especially when you're dealing with music and the expression of it and being aware of your purpose of being here, you know. So yeah, that's a beautiful thing. All right, so is there anything that you may have in common with a music artist from a different genre when listening to their music that has you considering a collaboration or even developing an ability to produce in that specific genre?
I mean, like the guys I'd love to collaborate with are so far away from me in terms of like of talent and career. Like I'd love to sit with Tom Waits and be like, "What are you thinking?" You know?
Okay, so
And
who is Tom Waits?
Tom
For the
Waits,
listeners.
you know, singer songwriter, actor from the '70s until now and stuff.
Okay.
A lot of like, just I think you would appreciate me saying this. A lot of like, he finds a lot of beauty in like the underground, the underneath, like the back alley, the dirty bar, and like
Okay.
really made it look beautiful, you know?
Right.
And I really appreciate that about Tom Waits, is like how he beautifies the world through his music, you know? He might say otherwise. Bruce Springsteen, you know, a little bit, it's a low-hanging fruit. I mean, for me, from Jersey, love his stuff, love the connection to the state where I'm from, love his stance, his belief in the working class, history and childhood. And similarly to another Jersey band, Gaslight Anthem, Brian Fallon, also, like, he's the one artist I think that captures how I felt growing up as a teenager. But unfortunately I discovered him like after his band had broken up almost, you know,
Okay.
Gaslight Anthem. And also like they were writing when I was in college and stuff, really. But that's another people. And I mentioned Ani DeFranco too. I'd love to sit down with her and vibe, you know.
So do you feel like you share like personal experiences with them?
I mean, I don't know until I'd sit down with them, but I think like definitely with Brian Fallon and Bruce, the Jersey experience would be a fun thing to discuss, you know.
Right. Okay. All right. So we can get into another song.
Yeah, sure. So
All right. So what song would you like to introduce?
next one's called Political.
Okay.
It was filmed live at Cart Studios in West Philadelphia, right before the election this year.
Okay.
Yes, it's a song about politics. It's yeah, it really just it puts a name and feeling and almost kind of like a conviction to people who use their religious ideology as political fodder, but pervert the religious ideology into hate. So it kind of goes after the Christian right and how their politics are antithetical to the teachings of Jesus specifically.
right.
And it goes to other faiths too. Like there's plenty of that in Islam and Judaism, and Hinduism have been used like perversely and incorrectly when we think about like the higher good that religion's actually supposed to do. So yeah, it just calls out that, you know.
Okay.
And so yeah, really happy about this one, and thank you for having me.
And you know what? I really respect how you tend to take, like, you know, the awareness of what's in our communities and put it in such an artistic manner and expressive manner. That's very, very, very influential. All right, so we're going to get into the song
Political.
Political on WPPM 106.5 FM, and we will return.
talk political. Tell me what you think. What will deliver you from your sinking ship? Well, this kingdom coming after you, and you be there to see it. You say your cup is full enough, but you still feel to fill it. Doubt that Jesus you will meet helped you hunt the other. Upon those tables you do feast, the same as one Jesus flipped at your feet. Oh, enough's enough. I'm calling your bluff. Haven't you been eaten up inside? This is what I have left, straight shot from my chest. Oh, to you, my neighbor, I'm at your door. You can't keep yourself locked up much more. This can't be what your alive is for. All this making great again, grating at my nerves. Your mathematics just takes away. Can't you see the difference? Well, there's little faith in your faith, condemning man to death. And you say you saved the life unborn. You don't care for it after its waking breath. Oh, enough's enough. I'm calling your bluff. Haven't you been eaten up inside? This is what I have left, straight shot from my chest. Oh, to you, my neighbor, I'm at your door. You can't keep yourself locked up much more. This can't be what your alive is for. When it straws, sit in your house of glass, looking so pretty. So what's it gonna be? You're gonna see that arc bend over your head. Oh, enough's enough. I'm calling your bluff. Haven't you been eaten up inside? This is what I have left, straight shot from my chest. Oh, to you, my neighbor, I'm at your door. You can't keep yourself locked up much more. This can't be what your life is for. This can't be what your life is for. This can't be what your life is for.
All right, so we're back with Ami Yares on WPPM 106.5 FM with your host James Hatcher of the Food for Thought radio special. All right, and that was the song Political.
Yes.
All right. So what is the major thing that you recognize within the genre of music that you produce that has changed from the time and generation that you began listening and producing to the present time?
I think my specific genre, if I could even say that, because like I like going all over the place, but Americana and folk is like blown up over the last 20 years, you know? Mm-hmm. Like I had grown up on folk music and stuff and really loved that, and then obviously dabbled into the louder stuff in my teens, but coming back to it and like the release of Oh Brother Where Art Thou in the 2000s like really blew the lid off Americana and folk and stuff. And I played in a bluegrass band for a little bit, and all that stuff is like coming in full force now, you know, like there's Blue Sky, Green Sky Bluegrass. Mm-hmm. That's a big band right now, you know, Mumford and Sons and Head and the Heart and Dawes. All these people have this folk vibe, and like if you look at Newport Folk Festival right now, it's like this giant thing that like, you know, I don't think it's ever been this big before and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's been a big blow up. In the last couple of years. Okay,
all right. So when it comes to an attractive song, in your perspective, What is a common feature of a song that you notice that compels a listener to relate to the connection of it?
I mean, it's a hard question to answer, but it touches back on those vibrations and stuff. And like the song hits them in their brain the right way, it hits them in their body the right way, it hits them in their soul or spirit the right way, and then, it latches onto them. At least that's what I'd like to think,
Okay. All right. So, in your opinion, what is a great way to incorporate pictorial or visual arts to the representation of your musical works? And why would it be important for you to incorporate visual art to the promotion of your lyrical content when presenting it to the public?
I mean, I wish I did that more often. I think like the visual arts, whether it's a video or animations and stuff, if I could afford to integrate it more, like there's a great animator that works at Build-A-Bridge, and I'll give them a shout out. Davey Levson, like hand drawn animation. I'm not talking about like computer generated stuff. Like they sit down and they draw the frames. Like I would love for something like that, but all that stuff costs money and investment and things like that. And unfortunately, not unfortunately, we got to compensate people for the work.
Right.
So if I could find more visual artists to partner with to be able to integrate my music with visual arts, music with their visual art, even with cinematography and stuff too, and videography, that would be a very ideal situation.
Right. Okay. All right. So, is there any business that you would like to start that is based on servicing community assets like real estate, the restaurant business, medical field, automotive, or any other service that doesn't involve musical performances, but you can incorporate the promotion into that business of music? What would that business be, and how would you incorporate the music into that business?
I mean, I'm kind of living it right now, and it's a little bit of a side, but this nonprofit that I run, Build-A-Bridge, is an arts education nonprofit that uses arts to help people heal or provide healing environments, all of us artists are healers and to a degree. Like you come and experience art, you're in a moment of mindfulness, hopefully, and kind of separating from the past and present and or past and future, and kind of being very, very present. And that's what Build-A-Bridge does. And if you're in that place, it creates all kinds of potential for brain healing, literally.
Right.
Your feel good hormones activate and help change your brain state.
Right.
Helping it regulate, helping relax. And so, yeah, my music and my lifestyle is very much a part of that.
That visual arts.
It's not just visual arts. It's movement. It's dance. It's theater. It's anything that makes that creative brain state for yourself is a really healing environment to be in. And so you ask me what I'd like to start. It's been started. I didn't start it myself. Right. I've been with it for 8 years, but that's a really powerful force that involves my musical experience and my artistic experience and the teaching artists that work with it. I also I'd like to see it happen more often, but when they're present, their art should also be featured. They're not just facilitators. Part of the onus of them being present, being teachers, is that you're also a presenter. Present what you do, and then people really, really engage with that and appreciate that. So there's a great opportunity through this healing and hope raising stuff that we do with Build-A-Bridge to also highlight yourself as an artist. It's very validating to people when they realize, oh, you're also doing this. It's like the Hair Club for Men joke, right? I am not only the president of the Hair Club for Men, I'm also a client, know? So we are facilitators and employees of Build-A-Bridge, but we're also clients to the same ideology. We're also healing and hope raising with our own art. So why shouldn't we not share it with you?
Right. It sounds like, being part of that can, cause a drastic change in somebody's improvement of their mental health and
100%.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we can get into another song.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Next song, speaking about healing, this one is more personal. It's called Oh Time. I wrote it, I'm trying to think exactly when I wrote it. It was kind of in between my first daughter and then my second daughter, and then finished after my second daughter was born. It's one of those nebulous. I don't know where it starts and ends. I just know I recorded it a couple years ago. It's kind of grappling with time, and time being a partner in the journey and traveling with time, and that's what hopefully your ears will
grappling,
hear, or hear something else completely different.
I like that saying, grappling with time.
Yeah.
Because, one of my sayings is sort of similar, you can't race the sun across the sky. You have to let time take its course, and you got to, just compromise with that and everything. All right, so and the name of the song again?
O Time.
O Time. So we're going to get into the song O Time on WPPM 106.5 FM, and we will return.
Tick tock, where the hands go from the clock. I'm staring at this phone like it's some holy grail unlocked. Oh no, oh no. Lying here awake, sheets are burning at my skin. Sunlight creeping in, leaving night right out from under me. It's an early day rising, but I'm stuck here on this tab. Go and try to wean me, I'm empty, I'm shy. Oh, time's wasting me. I'm storing on these memories. I am high on certainty. You will be with me for this while. You will be with me. Seconds move to minutes, move to months and then to years. They slip into the ether now, they're harder to be touched. But some memories like light must find a way through all that stuff. Even muscle over all the mire and the muck just don't get. I feel the hands churning, my hair's gray and glowing. My buckled belt is choking on a waistline that is growing. Oh, time's wasting me. I am stoned on memories. I am high on the certainty you will be with me for this while. You will be with me. Well, the hourglass skinny, all these grains passing fast. Sun setting slowly and the moon rising up. Again and again, we'll go again. Oh, again and again, go again. Well, time's wasting me. I am stoned on these memories. I am high on the certainty you will be with me for this while. You will be with me. You will be with me. You will be with me. Oh, time.
All right, so we're back on WPPM 106.5 FM with special guest Ami Yares. And so Give one reason as to why you may think it is important for a music artist to pay special attention to how a song title should correspond with the narration and illustration of the song content.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna answer it in kind of like contrarily, if I could say that. Like, I don't think it matters. I think it's, you can have a song, like when I was younger, I was like, is the song title in the lyrics? And now I'm kind of like, what if you, like the Pearl Jam song, like it's an elderly woman behind a counter in a small town. He does not sing that in the song lyric at all. And I absolutely love that. I love like the title being something like emblematic of it, a feeling, but not necessarily literally in the song. You know?
Good answer. All right, so other than going on the online internet to find venues that a music artist can perform at, can you recommend to any aspiring artists on what is another way to find an opportunity to perform?
I mean, there's so many different things to go off the beaten path. I think like if you can figure out a way to do concerts in people's homes or basements and stuff, like Philadelphia has an amazing DIY scene.
Oh, wow.
That you can get into. But then also like, you know, ask your family and friends. If there's that one person that really loves seeing you play, ask them, can you host a house concert and invite 10, 15 of your friends, and then do it well, and then ask someone there in the audience, hey, do you know somebody else that can host, and kind of go on that train for a little bit, that chain of events and stuff. I really believe in that. Okay.
So is there a specific routine that you utilize as to locating a public venue to perform at?
I mean, it's a lot of like spitballing, you know.
Okay.
I see where my friends are performing on Instagram and save those posts and reach out to those venues later, or I do some like sleuthing on the internet or just like networking.
So what kind of opportunities do you specifically look for to make to say, yeah, this is a venue that's worth?
I mean, are they artist friendly is really important. I'm not going to put myself in a position that doesn't feel good as an artist. People that believe in the art, that believe in proper compensation for it. Not to say that I won't do things voluntarily. I definitely do things voluntarily, but it's also like, it's that degree is like, is there a level of respect and appreciation and empathy for me to be in that space? Right. And that's really what I look for ultimately. Okay.
All right. So we can get into another song.
Sure.
All right.
So next song is America as a Gun. And a little on the nose there about what it's about.
That's the name of the title.
That is the name of the song. Maybe it'll change in time. Maybe it'll be something a little bit more covert. But, you know, we talk about metaphors of country, right?
Right.
Australia gets a kangaroo. The French get a croissant, you know. Canada gets maple syrup. And you think about America and what we value here the most at the moment. And I feel like I don't value it, but it's also the association with Americans and guns right now, and that there's so many more guns than people in the United States right now, and it's just a terrifying thing to think that like we're so afraid of the future that we have to arm ourselves like this. And it's resulting in a lot of death and dying.
It makes you think like, what has like we done, or what has America done to get to that point?
Right.
So it's timely song.
Timely song. Unfortunately, it's timely every year. I wish it was something that could be like a vestige of the past. But
it's a song. It's a song of awareness. Just you could tell just by the title of it. The song is just like wake up.
Yeah.
So we're going to get into that wake up song. America is a Gun by yours truly, Ami Yares. And I'm the host that goes by the name of James Hatcher on WPPM 106.5 FM, Food for Thought, televised radio special, and we will return.
Hey, this is Ami Yares at WPPM 106.5 with Food for Thought Radio and hanging out with Allison and James today. And here's my tune, America is a Gun. Pull the trigger, watch me bleed. Send me to my knees, a prayer is what I need. Say it soft, say it loud. Fill my wound with words till there's nothing coming out. 'Cause you're America's a gun. You're America's a gun. You're America, America, you're America. prayer's been cast, which has been burned for that. What you getting at while this fire's still getting warm? Steal from me something else. Can't handle being held this much. All these wounds are rough, my hope is getting numb. 'Cause your America's a gun. Your America's a gun. America, America, your America. Oh, in gun we trust. God's been shot too much. You blown up the church, shot up the synagogue. Lord knows you wanna hit the mosque. Morning prayers, go and take your shot. Or just go for schools, them sitting ducks in classrooms. 'Cause your America's a gun. Your America's a gun. Your America, your America, your America. Your America's a gun. Your America's a gun. Your America, your America, your America. Home beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crowned knighthood with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. But your America's a gun, your America's a gun, your America, your America, your America, your America's a gun, your America's a gun, your America, your America, your America.
All right, so we're back.
I can't do light stuff. I like
after that serious song, "America Is a Gun," by yours, the Honorable Ami Yares. If you were to work on a musical composition with another musician and a collaboration, how do the ideas expressed from from each musician be compromised with your specific sound? Like, how would you compromise with their style of music? What do you look for? Do you look for like the lyrics, or?
I mean, it starts with humility and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think if we're going to co-write, you can't go into a space too headstrong and being like, this is what needs to happen, because then you're not co-writing. You're just using the other person, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a matter of like having the security and honesty of putting an idea out there, knowing that it may not be the idea that gets into the song. It might be the idea that gets you to the next place in the song.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at everything as a stepping stone to the higher calling of writing a song together, that's how I approach it generally. But I haven't done too many co-writes actually, and I'd love to do more co-writes.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's great. I think it's great for, you know, driving creativity and productivity and stuff and accountability. So it's a beautiful artistic thing to do, to co-write.
Respectively said. All right, so if a songwriter doesn't create his or her own melody or instrumental, decides to use an idea from another artist, random artist or producer, to make the melody for them, what would be a benefit and what would be a setback for them?
I mean, what is it? The Verve figured that out the hard way with Bittersweet Symphony. I think it's been resolved since then, but they put a song that took from the Rolling Stones, and the Rolling Stones caught them, and they lost a lot of the money that they made with that song. So, like, if you're going to take tunes from somebody else, you better give them credit. But also, like, I think the people who own credit of that music also should be careful of who they're going after, because it could be a good thing that they used your song, and so don't be an a-hole about it down. But, like, respect and credit is given when due. And so just be careful and tasteful on how you choose to do that, if you're taking somebody else's music, and also maybe be tasteful and respectful if you hear your music elsewhere.
And that is a very important message for both established musicians and aspiring musicians. So I really appreciate that answer. Okay, from your perspective, when dealing with the public community interaction and involvement, do you sense that your music and performances are a form of provision? And if so, what way do you think the provision of your music could be considered a resource? I already know the answer just by the title, but I want you to get it.
I mean, I love that. Like, I think that's the higher calling I see with my music, when I aspire it for it to be. And it's the music and people will be the ultimate decider of that. But I write for music to be heard and to be felt. Mm-hmm. And so if you feel that and you're compelled by it to do something better in the world, or to think differently about something, or to help people or help yourself, like, I would be the best provision of my music that I could hope for. But, you know, once the song's out there, it does what it does, you know? So that's my intention. That's what I project out. Mm-hmm. And I think people get it. I hope they get it.
And that's, you know? I think that's how that becomes a resource.
Absolutely.
Because once it's out there and the message behind the music, behind the title, the content, you know, it spreads the message, you know, and everything like that. I love the message in your music, so that's how I see it as a resource. That's a resource for the betterment of the growth and the development of the community and everything like that. So I guess we can get into our song.
Yeah, totally. So,
right.
Yeah, I guess this last song, it's called Ghost on Me.
Okay.
And it's a little bit of a joke there. It's
okay.
Well, now the song's not a joke, but it's also like, you know, the drummer wants to be the bass player wants to be a lead guitar player. Well, the singer-songwriter wants to be in a punk band. And so this is a little bit heavier and edgier.
But don't have enough time for it.
Yeah, basically, you know. So it's an edgier, heavier song. And it's also about people who have left your life but haven't really left your life.
Okay.
You know?
So is that how you came up with the title, Ghost?
Absolutely, yeah.
So it's called Ghost.
Ghost on Me.
Ghost on Me. Ghost on Me. All right, so we're going to get into the final song, Ghost on Me. And you are listening to WPPM 106.5 FM, Philadelphia.
Hey, it's Ami Yares, singer-songwriter, teaching artist, and executive director of Build a Bridge International. I'm here at WPPM 106.5 FM with James and Allison on Food for Thought Radio. And this is a song called Ghost on Me, kind of a folk singer's rendition on being a punk rock musician.
Not one, not two, not together nor alone. Well, a specter I see rising, something swelling suddenly. Well, it's a reckoning I surmise, questioning these times. Were you not alive? Well, I did not read between the lines. Rose-colored glasses suited me fine, just fine. You don't know what it means to ghost. My hands are tied, you're still here. You don't know what it means to ghost, but your spirit's still here. I can see you in my dreams. I can't quit you like you quit me. About the ambush, I did not know you had it so bad. I thought I could offer you sanctuary, and I thought I could offer you some peace. of me. You don't know what it means to ghost. Well, my hands are tied and you're still me. You don't know what it means to ghost. Well, your spirit's still here. I can see you in my dreams. I can't quit you like you quit. Well, you quit on me. Well, you quit on me. Will you quit on me? Will you quit on me? And I can't quit you 'cause you don't know what it means to ghost. Well, my hands are tied and you're still me. You don't know what it means to ghost. Well, your spirit's still here. I can see you in my dreams. Oh, you don't know what it means to ghost. Well, my hands are tied and you're still near. Well, you don't know what it means to ghost. Well, your spirit's still here. I can see you in my dreams. I can't quit you like you quit. I can't quit you like you quit. I can't quit you like you quit.
All right, we're back, and I really appreciate you taking the time to make yourself present in this memorable conversation.
You're very welcome. It's great
Ami,
to be here, James.
and everything like that. So, for anyone interested in obtaining your music and adding it to your playlist, what online platforms and locations can they find it? And for anyone interested in booking you for on-stage performances, what contact information will you like to extend to them?
Yeah, sure. Well, find me at amiyares.com, AMIYARES.com. I'm on all streaming platforms. There's not many Ami Yareses in the world. I believe I'm the only one for right now, so I should be easy to track down. Same thing, info at amiyares.com for bookings. On the socials, it's just Ami Yares Music. And again, like, if you can spell my name, AMIYARES, you will find me.
Okay.
And I encourage you to find me. This is not an easy profession to be in, but a very fulfilling profession to be in.
Right.
And I hope you'll join me on the journey.
Okay, so that's for the listeners. What about anybody that's interested to booking you?
Same thing. Catch me on Instagram, DM me there, email me, go through my website, theamiyares.com. And I hope to hear from some people after this.
Well, I'm sure you will, because you know your music is very influential. It woke me up and everything like that. So I really appreciate you being here and everything. Once again, my name is James Hatcher. You can reach me on my Facebook. Just type in James Hatcher. The book, Food for Thought: Literary Concept to Theoretical Reasoning, based and inspired on the motivational conversations of this radio special, as well as check out the previous episodes on my YouTube channel, which is James Hatcher. Just type in James Hatcher, Food for Thought, WPPM radio special, and enjoy the content. And until your next journey, take care of yourselves.